Welcome back. And with me today is Jessica Peecher, a sales representative for Real Community Insurance Services here in the state of Ohio. She's our beautiful rep. She comes around and sees us in the office and keeps us up to date on what's going on in the crop insurance world. And Jessica, RCIS has some very innovative private products. A lot of the companies are offering the same thing in the multi-peril, but RCIS has some new twists to some of that. You want to tell us a little bit about those products?
Sure. We do have a product called the added price option. It's APO for short. It allows you to buy 1% of the spring price, and you can then use that on a yield loss, and they will pay you whatever percent that you've elected of that spring price at the end of the year if you have a yield loss. Some nice things with that is that you can do it on an RP or YP policy, and if you have enterprise units, you can use that on a optional or basic unit basis.
Yeah, you know, that's a really a great feature of that product, that you conceivably can have a loss in enterprise units, not have a loss on your multi-peril, but the private product would have some benefit to it.
Right. The enterprise unit overall, if you don't have a loss, but your structure of optional or basic unit does have a loss, then you can still get paid on the APO product.
Yeah, and the APO product is really just a yield product, though. It doesn't really tie to the revenue in the fall, but it is a pretty attractive addition to your multi-peril policy.
Correct. It doesn't matter what the spring price does, whether it goes up or down. If you have a yield loss, then you would get paid by the APO product.
Based on the price that's established in the spring, because it doesn't change in the fall.
Correct.
You know, other products that RCIS offers, you want to touch on those. I mean, we know they have hail, but there's a couple other things that they're offering as well.
We do have a replant option, which provides replant coverage, and it does provide something called Early Bird, which allows you to get replant coverage 20 days prior to the early plant date for your area. Under normal MPCI, you're not able to have replant payments prior to that early plant date for anything that you've planted.
In our locale here and most of the state of Ohio, what are those dates?
4/10 for corn and 4/24 for soybeans.
You know, another thing that you had kind of mentioned was the late plant option. I think that could be attractive because we have had some delayed planting here in different parts of the Buckeye State from time to time.
Right. You have a 25-day late plant period, and for each day that you're late, you reduce your guarantee by 1% per day, so you can get up to 25% penalty from your guarantee. What this does is essentially it will take away up to 10% of that. So if you went all full 25 days into the late plant period, you would only be penalized a total of 15% instead of the full 25.
Well, Jessica, there's a lot of products that RCIS offers, and they're a very strong financial company. If somebody wanted to find out more information about the products, where can they go?
www.rcis.com, or you can see Alan or a local agent.
Thanks for being with us, Jess.
Thank you.
We'll be back with more right after this.